Hi Capricorn, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for a tarot reading for all Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thank you to all of you for your ongoing support. I love you, and I am overjoyed by everything that's happened as far as the channel and getting to read in this format, and I couldn't do it without you. So we'll keep going, and if you are new here, welcome to you. I post new readings every Friday, then again on Monday. So if a reading doesn't resonate, come back in a couple of days. You can watch a new reading. Every Friday is a general reading. Mondays are a different style every week. So one week I'll do a mid-month or monthly reading that's a Celtic cross, a little more in-depth kind of a reading. I do a love reading. I do a pick a card reading. So there's all kinds of stuff going on here. So if you like the channel and you like tarot, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to Higher Source Tarot. All right, what advice do you have for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What does Capricorn need to know, please, for the best and highest good of all concerned with Capricorn? All right, so we will begin here with the tarot reading. Then we'll have the Angel Answers Oracle card reading as well. We've got the Six of Cups, the Ten of Wands. Haven't seen that in a long time. The Empress. And Temperance. I feel like a lot of cards haven't been around in a minute, and here they're back. Two of Cups. That's a good thing, though. Eight of Swords. Five of Wands. And the Magician. Well, I do feel like if you've gotten kind of stuck in the middle with a conflict with somebody, you're resolving it. I love to see the Empress, Temperance, and the Magician here. You've got Sagittarius here. You've got Earth and the Empress. You've got all the elements, okay? So I definitely feel like in a love relationship, if you have had a breakup, you're going to have a second chance here. Or it could be somebody that you are connected with the past. And sometimes people get confused by that. It can be anything as small as you know this person, or you have a lot of, there may be a lot of similarities. It's almost like you weren't in alignment when we talk about that. So like with the Six of Cups, excuse me, it's a card of looking into the past. It can be sentimental longing, excuse me, dear Lord. But with this, it's like when we talk about being connected, I've told this story before because I like this one. Esther Hicks talks about, so Abraham Hicks talks about how she and Jerry lived in the exact same apartment at different times. And so it was like they were really close to being aligned, but not quite. So when we talk about this, it may be things from your past that are a connection, but you just weren't in the right energy. You just weren't a match. And so it may be something like that where you meet somebody and there's like this uncanny feeling like you've been in the same areas. Or I even, many years ago, I lived on the same street with someone who I was in a relationship with 15 years after the fact. We never knew each other. So it's that kind of thing. But the six is this for you is really a nice harmonious energy. I do feel like you've got a nice energy for, giving and receiving. And it may be too, for some, it may be in the ways that you're helping out a neighbor, they're helping out you, helping out a friend, they're helping out you. And it's like that, like, you don't worry or think about who would I call if I had a problem. It's this energy where it's very obvious. Your friendships are solid. Your connections and relationships with people are very solid. You may even find at work that people do little extra things to kind of make your life easier, and it's wonderful. And so keep going with this because you're manifesting a beautiful energy. So the Ten of Wands here, tens are about new cycles, and there may be a bit of a drive here, what feels like effort. Now, with some of you, this is may not be a lot of you, but there may be something here too about it's either working some long hours. Like I said, there's people making your life easier. They may see this. Or you put in a lot and you find that it actually does get something back, and it's not on purpose. You're not doing it for the motivation of, let me put all this in and then see what they do for me. It really is like it gets acknowledged. So if it's a relationship though, those of you, I would not rule out a new relationship here, but if it's been a relationship where you've been putting a lot in, investing a lot in, and it has felt off to you, I do feel like that gets better. something with the 8 of Swords, 5 of Wands. There's a change here that relieves you, whatever it is, if there's been some tension here. But with this 10 of Wands, it is an energy of expansion and growth. And so it's time to put this down, because it's really hard to grow and expand carrying all those wands. So you may find you delegate a little bit more. You might, and that may be why that 6 of Cups is there. It's like asking for help from somebody. If you've got a lot of stuff going on, maybe you've got things at night in the evenings and you have a dog you need let out, those kinds of things, where on the more day-to-day level, the tarot also reads that. It's not always these gigantic shifts. Now, as we bring in this energy, when we start to see the Empress, Temperance, and the Magician, this is a beautiful energy for manifesting. It's luxury, it's love, it's any kind of healing. It's really opportunities knocking left and right. You've got an Archangel here, and of course the Magician that, you know, brings heaven to earth. So it's a wonderful kind of trio here. So the Empress is an energy of abundance, okay? Look at everything around her. She's ruled by Venus, so there's a loving energy. Again, I still feel like people want to help you. Not because, and I don't want to paint this picture like you're just this distraught person who needs tons of help. I just feel like it's people around you, there's this loving energy and just a connection. So with the Empress, she is the mother of the tarot too. So if there's something between 10 of Wands, 5 of Wands, if you have kids, it may be something related to that, like you've been putting in a lot of effort and it's gotten a bit chaotic. But again, with the 8 of Swords there, you know, it feels like, well, you need to do this if it's your kid, right? But I do feel like you're going to get some help. So if it's been, you love doing it, but it feels a bit like you're pulled in a lot of directions, this brings in an easier energy for you, because she's easy. She's very easygoing. This is the kind of energy I always think of her and the Emperor. She would be the kind of person that would park a car in the garage with a flat tire and not think twice about it. When she comes out, it's already repaired, because the Emperor would never allow his Empress to struggle or suffer in any way. So I do like her there, because I think it brings in a lightness to things. And talk about light. I mean, this is a light being, right? That's what this is. So there's a lot of those, you know, ancient Jewish mystic teachings in the tarot, right? And so we won't get into the light beings and Adam and Eve and all that, but there definitely is a representation here with Michael, Archangel Michael. And it is a card too with the Empress. This is about moderation, and the Empress can really overindulge. So for some of you, be aware of that. If there's something to do with overindulging in some way, I do feel like they're trying to tell you to bring in some moderation. And it may just be with that 10 of Wands, spreading yourself too thin. That might be what that's about. But with the Archangel Michael here, Temperance, it is about bringing people together. So it's healing energy. It's an energy of support, though, that keeps showing up, that there's some kind of additional support here. Now, in terms of relationship, there is a beautiful energy for unconditional acceptance, for any kind of forgiveness that needs to happen here. But it comes through meditation. He sticks his toe, he keeps his toe in the pool of consciousness, the seat of the soul. And so it's an energy where you create a new beginning through quieting your own mind. You quiet down that noisy mind and open your heart, and anything is possible. You will soar to places you did not know were available to you in this kind of energy. And so we just allow it to be so. It allows you to uplift. If it's even work related, this will open the door to more abundance and prosperity and working together in a really easy way. So the 2 of Cups, you do have a soulmate energy here, and it's an unbreakable energy. So if it is somebody new, because we've kind of been hitting on that past because it's here and it's hard not to. If it is somebody new, though, I do feel like you have an energy that's already connected, and everyone that you would be interested in, they're already here. They're not being born, right? They're already here. It's just a matter of lining up with them. And so we want to feel good. I mean, that's part of half the damn battle is getting into the place of just feeling good, because then you're attracting this. And so if we're down and we're feeling mopey and questioning and all that kind of stuff, we don't attract this. We attract more doubt, more pessimism, more aggravation. And so that's the real key, is feeling like this right now. So as you go out and about, you may find yourself acknowledging on a regular basis every interaction that's a match. Every time something works out for you, it can be as little as a parking spot and you go, yeah, that was a match. I must be in alignment. Look at this. Or something happens and there's an immediate repair to it and you go, well, this is alignment. It's that sort of that acknowledgement of the energy, and then it builds. So in a relationship, like we talked about, you do have somebody here that's very, they're connected to you, but they're very, very compatible with you, and there's real love here. So we talked about the Eight of Swords. Eights are about vibration and movement. And so this is that kind of movement and vibration that we want to get out of. It is a self-imposed prison. It's just too much damn thinking. And so when we get into this, the antidote is the temperance for sure with the meditation. It allows us to quiet down all this noisy stuff, especially, like I said, if you're doing a lot for other people, because this can indicate too that there's a lot of people around you, or in your case, I feel like it's you're spreading yourself thin, doing a lot for other people. And it's not that we don't want to help people, but I do feel like there needs to be more delegation, like we were talking about earlier. So with this, it's about getting yourself walking free of this energy. With the Five of Wands here, we mentioned the kids situation. This could represent your kids and just their own activities and being out at, whether it's soccer games, or I see somebody with basketball, and just being at a lot of activities. But this can be about conflicts, but they're more on the minor level because these are kids playing with wands. So I wouldn't take it too seriously, like, oh my God, I'm going to get into a huge gut-wrenching fight with somebody. This is not that. It's really more that, like I said, that energy of feeling like, that's what I feel it comes through as, being pulled in a lot of different directions. And so it's all about organizing that energy so that you're not feeling as chaotic with this. So the Magician comes in. We love the Magician. Transformer time. It really is an energy of creating a new life. And the Magician too, though, is using your own focus and concentration. So all the flowers around him represent the physical manifestations from the garden of your mind. And so like we were talking about earlier, where you see things like a parking spot as alignment, it's those things where you may think about something briefly and later on it happens and you go, oh my God, I manifested that. It's just as easy as that. There's something in quantum physics that a lot of teachers talk about, that it's 17 seconds to manifest. That's all you have to do. You don't have to sit all day long doing it for 10 times a day or some of those other ritualistic things. If you like doing that, I'd say do it. But if it seems tedious and like, oh, damn it, I missed the 9th time of doing this, that kind of thing is not the way that we manifest. So I do feel like you have new opportunities here, and things are showing up in terms of shifting that more burdensome energy where it seems like you've been doing a lot for other people. This is where it gets a lot easier. So, sorry, I started talking a little longer than I meant to. Yeah, the Magician is not burdened whatsoever. It is feeling like you're in this place where you manifest really easily. So that relationship, you'll get the call, you'll get the text, but it's beyond the call and the text. It's like the actual relationship just takes off. And with the job stuff too, all of a sudden things go from, my God, am I the only person who works around here, to I feel like I need to go find things to do. I'm getting paid and I feel like I'm hardly doing anything. It's so easy. So here we go. You've got here peaceful resolutions. Listen to your intuition. So you've got a nice energy for using your intuition as a guide. If you believe, so ask, believe, receive. They say take action. And you've got yes. So good things are on the way for you, Capricorn. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.